Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I am doing my first video. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm just gonna warn you, I may stutter sometimes because I do have a stutter. I am very excited. My first video I decided was going to be books I am looking forward to. This isn't overall from this year, it's just books that I've been wanting to read for a long time, or just books that I like the sound of that I'm anticipating. This isn't overall, this is just a few that I've got on my bookshelf that I really want to start reading now or somewhere in the future. Here I am, I'm just sitting on my floor with my blanket, and excuse the messy hair, but that's just the way I roll. There is a really big pile, if you saw from my thumbnail. Okay, so the first one is The Nowhere Girls. This book is all about girls, I believe, who are in a sexist school. So, I'm not quite sure. I know it's all about like feminists and male rights and all that sort of stuff, and I'm really interested to see how Amy Reed does it. I'm all about equal rights and I'm very excited. I really want to read this at one point. I've had it on my bookshelf though for about 8 months, so I really need to get to it at one point. But yes, hopefully at some point in one of the readathons that are all going on at the moment, I'll be able to read this and add it to a prompt. The next book I have got is The Taking of Annie Thorne. You can't really see it, sorry, the lighting's not the best, but it is all I can offer because I don't have, I'm literally just doing it on my phone and it's lent against my books on the bookshelf. So, but basically it is called The Taking of Annie Thorne by C.J. Tudor. And I do believe this is a creepy novel about someone's sister missing, and then somehow she comes back and she wouldn't say what happened. Some creepy things start to happen. So yeah, it does seem like not horror, but a very creepy novel, and I'm completely into that. So yes, I'm very interested. It just looks really cool and really different. I bought this about a month or two ago. I'm just very interested. It does seem like a very short read because the letters are really big. So the next book I have got here, which is I think the biggest one, I do believe, yes, it's all this is all in a poetry format, which is very different to what I usually read. These teenagers, I believe, and I think it's teenagers or just general adults, but basically there are these people. It's all about gun violence, and at the end, I believe, or at some point, you find out who shot someone, and I think it just raises awareness of gun violence and how guns aren't the best. Basically, it does seem very interesting, very different. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm very interested in the synopsis and the main plot of the story. I hope they do a good job of it as well, and it doesn't sugarcoat anything. The next book is basically, it is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I'm really anticipating the whole series, not just this book, but I don't really want to take all the books down, so it'd be heavy. This is the next series, I believe, or it's like an added series. I don't really understand which one goes first, which one goes second, but I'm on the last book in the Shadowhunt series. I'm on City of Heavenly Fire. In the past, I believe it's like a historical fiction fantasy, and lately I've been very into historical fiction, which is not like me. I've never really been into historical fiction, but as I've got older I've started to appreciate it a bit more. And yeah, so I am very excited to learn more things about the Hunter world and stuff like that. So next book on this pile is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. The reason why I really want to read this is because obviously there's a TV show based on these books, and I really want to read these books first. It's such a popular series, it's so intimidating though, it's so thick. There are many deaths apparently, which sort of sold me, because I feel like many fantasy books are very predictable, like all the main characters or all the side characters sort of don't die at all. So that's such a dark thing to say, but it is true. They don't tend to die, so I'm very interested to see how they don't die, well, how they die sort of thing, and how real it feels, even though obviously there's fantasy elements, there's magic and all that jazzy stuff. But yeah, I hope to get to this at one point. Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tommy Adeyemi. I don't know if I've butchered that. I have read the first book, which is Children of Blood and Bone, and I absolutely loved it. It was 5 out of 5 stars for me. I don't really like high fantasy, but I absolutely love that book. I'm really anticipating this one. I really need to read it. Yeah, it's going to be so good, but I do need to reread the first book. I'm hoping it's that there's an audio book of it on Script, but if not, and that's fine, I'll just reread it physically. Because I haven't read it for about 2 years or a year or so. I can't remember some aspects of it. I can only remember that there was a love interest and there was a huge scene at the end. That's all I can remember, so I am going to go reread it at one point and see if I still love it, because my reading taste has changed dramatically from those years ago. It's just so pretty. Look at that, honestly. Amazing. Next book I've got here, which is a very recent one. Yes, I know it's pocket size. I didn't mean for it to be pocket size. I didn't realise it would come pocket size. I ordered it on Book Depository and I thought it would be normal size, and I didn't really read the description saying it's going to be pocket size. This does seem very good. So basically it's about this woman who works for these people as a nanny or something like that, I believe, or a cleaner or something, and she kills someone from in the house, something like that. I know there's a killing and stuff, and basically this book is her point of view of what actually happened. So I'm really excited. I know many people enjoyed it, and yeah, it just sounds very exciting, so I really want to read this at one point. I hope I can sort of put it in some prompts, but we shall see. And the last book, which is a series, I have read Renegades, but I am going to reread that once again because I haven't read it for about a year. It'll be my 3rd time reading it though, because I absolutely love that book. It was 5 out of 5 stars for me. But here I've got the 2nd and 3rd book of the Renegades series by Marissa Meyer. So the second one's Arch Enemies, and the 3rd one is Supernova. I cannot wait to read these. I do need to buy the Renegades one of this version because I've got a completely different version on my bookshelf and it just looks really weird together. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this series. It's going to be so freaking good. I absolutely love this. Basically, for anyone who hasn't read this series or is on the fence about reading the series, it's sci-fi. And it's basically about these superheroes. The arch enemies are the bad guys, these are the good people. So there's 2 main characters that we hear the voices of, the point of view of, and that is Nova and Adrian, I think. Is it Adrian? Yeah, Adrian. There we are. I haven't read it for about a year and I still remember. That's amazing. So yeah, Adrian is our Renegades main character. So we have the point of view of someone that's in Renegades and someone that is in Arch Enemies. Why they're fighting against each other, why they do not like each other, why Nova doesn't like the Renegades no more. Her history, his history, and I don't really want to spoil it for anyone. It's very good to go in there without actually knowing what's going to happen. But even if you don't like superhero movies or books, you could easily like this, because for me, I don't really enjoy superhero movies and I haven't really read any superhero books except for this one. That is the end of this video. Hopefully you like my picks. If you think that I will like a certain book and I should add it, then please let me know. I do have other books that are also on my TBR that like it isn't that short, it's absolutely huge, but they are the ones I'm mostly anticipating. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Sorry about all the noise in the background if you heard my tumble dryer. Sorry, I live in a 1-bedroom flat, so it's very small. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you next time. Yeah, bye guys.